some unions representing workers in hospitals say they're not getting enough masks to keep them safe. In some cases, workers have been told to simply reuse their masks. Shout SA's Kabelo Mabalane joins me now. Kabelo, good afternoon to you. What are you trying to achieve with this campaign?
Well, I guess you know better than I do that we've been inundated with messages that you guys have been broadcasting about shortage of supplies, and masks are one of those supplies that are running short. So ourselves at Shout, at the Shout Foundation, we've always kind of hung our hat on kind of the servant leadership principle, and we just thought at this time it would be the best thing to do.
Do you believe you'll be able to get many masks? I mean, are you setting a target for yourself? And I know targets can both be useful and dangerous.
Well, I mean, the site, we've set up a website, and people can go on there, shoutformasks.co.za and donate and buy masks. And in the 48 hours the site has gone live, we've raised over 400,000 rand. And once we've got the masks, in our hands ready for distribution, we'll just send them out to the people that need them most. I mean, how long is a piece of string? And somebody asked me the other day, how long is this campaign going to go for? I think it's going to go on for as long as the need is there, and we'll meet the need that we can.
How much does a mask actually cost? I mean, just one mask. Is it possible to put a price on it? I know there'll be lots of different suppliers with lots of different prices.
Look, we've partnered with a company called SMD, which is a logistics, management company. Primarily, their business is involved in electronics, but because they're in the sourcing business, they are, in contact with factories in China, and they've committed to the Shout Foundation that they're going to get them for us at cost, so they're not making any margin and are by no means profiteering from the situation that we find ourselves in. So to answer the question about how much does a mask cost, I would be I'd be guessing wrongly, and especially because the dollar rand rate is fluctuating every single time. It's hard to pin down a specific price.
Okay, I mean, one of the problems, of course, is that internationally there's a shortage, not just here, but in China, which was one of the big manufacturers. This shortage has affected literally the entire world now because, over half of humanity is living under some form of lockdown, 3.9 billion people. It does mean that just sourcing masks can be really, really difficult.
I'm sure it is, but I think, whenever you're faced with an enormous task, you try your level best, to get, supplies to the relevant parties. I think to sit at home and be overwhelmed by, shortage and what we're up against is not our style at the Shout Foundation. We're going at this thing head on, and we remain positive.
Kabelo Mabalane, really do appreciate the timely musician there from the Shout Foundation. Thanks very much indeed.